The rich get richer, the poor get poorer is a standard that we are seeing in front of us right now. There is no wiggle room to really do much else, and if so, it's a struggle to even give yourself a chance.
America, have you figured it out yet? That it is rich against poor, us versus them. The top elites versus the bottom 99%. With each passing year, it is a faster descent to the bottom for the majority of Americans. While the rich just keep expanding, they keep growing, they keep hoarding more of the wealth, leaving less resources for the rest of us. The rich keep increasing their prices and dropping our wages, stealing the wealth from every worker on this planet, exploiting them and using them until there's nothing left. The top 1% has more wealth than we can possibly even fathom, while the rest of us starve and eat fucking crumbs. I hope we're all growing fucking tired of this bullshit. It seems like a lot of people are waking up, and we may be in the end stage capitalism. There has to be a balance between the workers and the CEOs and the corporations. But the CEOs have no intention of making things more fair, more equal. Even though we do the labor, they do not want us to have a more equal share in the profits of that labor. In fact, they want to own everything. Giant corporations are buying apartment complexes and houses and entire neighborhoods so that we all become renters instead of owners. They basically want everything to be run in like a cloud environment where we all have to pay monthly fees for services. Look at the electric cars. Fuck that. I would not buy one. They want to start having subscription models just to have fucking air conditioning. Are you kidding me? The most basic shit. They are finding ways to extrapolate our wealth and make us pay for the most mundane shit. How much longer can Americans bear the weight of funding CEOs, corporations, and the billionaire class? How far do we have to sink as a society before we say no more? We already can't survive. What is it going to take for Americans to wake up and demand real fucking change?
If you talk to any of these Uber or Lyft drivers, which I do all the time, they'll tell you how bad it is as far as the split. You know, as far as they used to get 75% of the trip. Now they're like 60-40 in some cases, or 50-50. So each year, they just keep chipping away at the profits that these independent contractors are making. And, you know, it's a race to the bottom.
Being poor is so damn expensive. You don't have insurance and you can't afford to go to the doctor, then you have to have a $4,000 procedure a couple of years down the line. You have to go online and pay your bills. They're going to charge you a 1.5% fee. If you are late on a bill and they charge you a $100 fee, if I couldn't afford the bill in the first place, how am I going to afford the damn fee? If your bank goes in overdraft, they're going to charge you $35. Being poor is expensive, and I think that has been the best thing that has come out of this conversation, is that people are finally acknowledging that poverty for most people is not a choice. It is the result of circumstances within this country that make it to where people are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week and still cannot afford to exist in this country. They can't afford basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, any of that. And the thing is, it wasn't just in the last 4 years that this started happening. People have been poor for quite some time. And that is absolutely ridiculous. Your car breaks down, you can't get your car fixed, so then you can't make it to work, and it's just too much. A better world is possible.
Here's your daily reminder that putting your head down and working your ass off until you're 65 so you can enjoy your, quote, golden years is a lie that was sold to you by the people who want you to keep your head down and work your ass off till you're 65 so they can exploit your labor.
All right, guys. How fucking poor do we have to get before we start robbing these motherfuckers? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for the fucking class. How poor? How poor are we all willing to get? How much are we willing to pay at the fucking pump before we just start robbing millionaires? I don't know. It feels like now is about the time. Since I can't pay my electric bill, I can barely fucking afford to put fucking gas in my fucking tank. I can barely afford to put fucking groceries in my fucking house. A pack of fucking hot dogs is damn near fucking $12 at the grocery store. A pack of hot dogs is $12 at the grocery store. Do we even know what the fuck is in the hot dogs? No. Do we think it's worth $12? No. Can somebody please, I don't know, tell me when it's time? Thank you.
A lot of people keep saying budget better. Can we be real? You cannot budget your way out of not being paid enough. Not everyone is being completely irresponsible with their money. Some people are actually doing everything right and still can't get ahead.
There is a lot of exploitation when it comes to the rich taking advantage of those who are poor. Because if you look at it on a wide spectrum, those who are on the bottom are working to survive and solely get through every single day and week because that is all they can do. And if they even try to consider to look anywhere else, they are scared that they will lose their livelihood. And when you're in that mental state, the opportunity for growth and financial freedom becomes a struggle. And because the population of those who are poor continue to increase, it's a scary and an unforgiving situation to be in. As the rich continue to have a chokehold on the economy and the pricing, saying that things are competitive and when they may not be. Because when they eliminate competition, they get to control everything. You look at the housing and how fast they put up these homes and raise the price to $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 with cheap labor, and then done in a week or so, just gives you red flags everywhere because they know they are intentionally giving you a false hope that things that you receive are of good quality. But they do not care. It is all about profits. When I say the rich get richer, of course, yes, businesses expand. But when those businesses have a monopoly over a lot of things, you don't really get to have any growth. You have to work for those corporations. You give them the money for them to do whatever they freely choose, whether it's to expand and earn even more money, while those on the poor side are struggling to even live, to buy food, to pay groceries, their rent, their bills. It just seems like it's unfair. Yes, America is a place of great opportunity and growth and economic chances to do things that you can never imagine. But it's hard to get there when you don't have any assets, when you don't have any liquidity, you don't have anything under your name. I'm not saying that it's not impossible, but it is just very difficult. And people feel it when they go to the gas pump, when they go into work, and they see how they are living their life where it's just work, work, work. And then you get to retirement, and then you can barely afford to retire. You have been taken advantage, you've been exploited by those who have all the wealth in the world while you had none. I know this doesn't seem like it's a fair thing, but it's a reality. We can say it and spray it any way that we want, but it is very clear of the situation that we are currently in. Is every single individual like that, where they're in a poor area or a poor state or rich? No. There are middle grounds. But when you see the gap on the top and the bottom, it is so immense that it's incomprehensible. Guys, it is unfortunate, but it is the truth that it just seems to be a game for the rich to play with, and we are just the pawns and those who help produce them the money. But of course, comment down, guys, below. What are your feeling towards the topic of people just having all the money in the world while others are struggling to even earn $1? And guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.